Now, the restaurant awarded Best in the World 4 times, Noma, has set up shop in Sydney for 10 weeks. Noma Australia is showcasing local produce that many of us have never tasted before.
In fact, never heard before. It's also a rare opportunity for 16 young Australian chefs who are taking part in a trainee program. Rachel Pupazzoni spoke to the man behind the Noma pop-up, Rene Redzepi.
Rene Redzepi, thanks for speaking to the ABC. You're here in Sydney for a little over 2 months. Why did you choose Australia to set up Noma?
Well, a lot of people ask me that because they don't really get what's beyond the cities of Australia, at least people in Denmark. And I always tell them, well, you come to the cities and it's very recognizable. It's wonderful, beautiful cities, but they're also cities like you know of a little bit. If you go off-grid, you will still find genuine surprises, like things that nobody's seen before. So when we did that, we went into the bush, started tasting the food in our research to come here, and we found things that maybe 200 people in the world have ever tasted. So to actually have that as a cook today, surprises, genuine surprises, that's just invaluable.
You've brought your whole team from Copenhagen to Australia, to Sydney, to work in this restaurant, but you're also supported by a team of local chefs and kitchen staff and wait staff. How did that come about?
Well, as soon as we announced that we were coming here, we were immediately flooded with applicants. We weren't planning on actually having this because we've done journeys before and we haven't really had local interns, but the reception was overwhelming, and we thought, let's see if we can welcome people and have them be a part of this experience as well.
The very first day, I was doing celery and I was freaking out because I was cleaning up celery and I was like, I'm cleaning celery for the best restaurant in the world, and it's just like, Tim, it's celery, calm yourself down.
I feel like every day you just learn so much. It's really inspiring. It's amazing to be part of the meetings before service and have someone that you admire and respect so much.
You come with quite a reputation. Noma is voted 4 times the best restaurant in the world. You're renowned throughout the world. Does that bring with it pressure when you're setting up a restaurant like this?
Of course. I mean, we have a home in Denmark. We lived there for 12 years. We know every nook and cranny, and we know how to move, we know how to dance, we know how to do everything. Suddenly you're in a new space. You never worked there, you don't know anything. And from day one, it has to be surprising and magnificent to the people at the restaurant. So that's a lot of pressure. Honestly, it's actually going much better than I expected. Really, it is. I mean, people are so excited when they come for dinner, they smile, I don't know, it's just been much easier than I thought it would be. I mean, it's difficult, but I thought it would be, almost unbearably difficult. But it's just difficult, and that we're used to. So that makes it wonderful.
Thank you so much for speaking to the ABC, Rene. And Noma Australia, as we discussed, is open for a couple more weeks. The last service is at the start of April.
She gets all the good jobs, doesn't she, Rachel?
Certainly does. That's a great get and a wonderful conversation. Although Rachel points out how long the pop-up is open for. When I last looked, I think the waiting list is about 28,000 people. Not cheap. I think around about almost $500 a head.
Right, okay.
For the food. Probably doesn't include the booze.
Of that ilk and a bit of a foodie, you'd probably pay that, wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
if you could.
Yeah, if you could afford to. The best restaurant in the world, you decide, well, that's one of our big experiences for the year.
Yeah.
So there you go. But you'll have to make sure that a lot of people call in sick if you want to get a booking.